tonight, a NewsNation exclusive. What would you do if your home country was invaded by a brutal, ravenous neighbor with little regard for human life, international law, or territorial sovereignty? Well, maybe you would head to the front lines to fight, or maybe you'd head to another country to flee. Or maybe you just head to your kitchen table to contribute to your country's defense in a way that would never have been imaginable way back before the bombs came screaming across the sky. That's what's happening right now in Ukraine. And NewsNation's Elizabeth Prann has the story. Elizabeth, you spoke to Ukrainians who were doing just this.
Yeah, Elizabeth, the families who we spoke with remind us that this is their way of contributing, that this is their way of fighting for what they want is a victory. Remember, there's been 10,000 civilian casualties thus far, and the people who we spoke with say this is the path to victory.
You're looking at footage of military technology that could decide the fate of Ukraine. It's a drone honing in on its target and striking. Of course, drones are nothing new. They've played a major role in modern warfare for the past 20 years. But what makes these drones special is the people who make them.
I do it for me, for my family, and for my kids, because I want my daughter play in, I don't know, in sunshine. Instead, bomb shelter.
Solomia Holyok is a working mother of two from Lviv. By day, she is a pianist. At night, after the children go to bed, she and thousands of other Ukrainians turn to another job, building drones in kitchens, garages, and bedrooms.
I've put together 8 drones so far. I got money for approximately 6 drones.
As the war grinds into its 3rd year in Ukraine, good weapons are as precious as good news from the battlefront. And with arms shipments from the West dependent on local politics, the country is asking its citizens to pitch in. The cottage industry of drone manufacturing is made possible with the backing of Social Drone UA. The private online group instructs, fundraises, and supplies pieces for everyday civilians to create low-tech devices that have a huge impact on the battlefield. For Andrew and his wife, it's a side gig they never envisioned when they married just a few years ago.
They provide like all development stages from instruction how to assemble drones in text or video ways. It's for hardware, for software, yeah. Also, as I said, testing stage where they provide the pilots, yeah, and these pilots fly this drone on in special environments, trying to face all possible issues before passing to the forces.
After a year and a half, Andrew is on his 37th drone. Ukrainian pilots use the devices for weaponry and surveillance, even destroying Russian vehicles worth millions. Each fundraised piece of equipment is saving the government hundreds of euros per device.
I would say that Social Drone currently working about 6,000 members. You feel like you will be a part of the victory. You support our forces. You protect kids, women, grandparents, and it's a really good feeling.
And production is ramping up. The group originally sent about 5 drones a week to the military. Now they're up to 2,000 a month. Still a fraction of what Vladimir Putin's massive and relentless war machine puts on the field. Andrew, along with others, got a hold of a Russian drone, seen here. Reports are the Kremlin manufactures tens of thousands of devices a month.
All items from Chinese, and we know that, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a Russian just doing the frame and propellers, motors, etc. from Chinese, no Russia production. To be honest, it's not enough. It's huge, but it's not enough.
Elizabeth, the UN says about 6.5 million Ukrainians have fled the country and about 3.7 have been moved around internally. But when I talk to both of these families, they say they don't want to leave. They want to raise future generations here, and this is a way that they can contribute to the ongoing war efforts.
And how many total of these drones do you think have been made? Do we have any estimate by people like in their own homes?
Yes, they have done about 6 6,000 a month over 18 months. My math is going to fail me a little bit. So they have, and they're ramping up production. So initially they had 5
Wow.
a week. Now they have about 6,000 a month. So they're getting up there.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.